Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Beyond SMP, where in our last episode we constructed this incredible wool farm right here. And honestly, this thing is pretty nuts. Like, it looks really cool. Big fan of this, but I tooted my horn enough about this place in the last episode. So I'm not going to do that again here. However, I do have one thing that I am going to do, and that's bring attention to the fact that the rainbow shulker boxes I pointed out in the last episode are gone from here and ready in my storage system for the project I have to work on today. Right up here, we have all the shulker boxes completely full with the wool. So you might be asking, well, what's the plan for today? Well, there's two parts. One of them shouldn't actually be all that difficult. It's going to be really quick. And the other is, well, not going to be all that quick. Alright, so the first project I want to work on in today's episode is actually to do with our shopping district area over here. And it's not really fair to call it a shopping district, because currently it's just one shop. But I mean to fix that and actually expand my business ventures into a wool shop. So I also slightly changed what I think I want the plans to be. I really want this area to be like my shop, a zone for the shops, and then like we can set up each person with like their own like little sub district of the shopping area. It's like we could have maybe Drinks that wants to build their shops over on that side of the mountain closer to her base. But yeah, I think we're gonna set something up like that. Just honestly, just note all the plans are still in flux, so we'll see what ends up happening. But in today's episode, what I want to do is I want to start a shop that is honestly, it is nothing more than an elaborate reference. And if you get it, if you think you know what the reference is, put your guess down in the comments below, and I'll do something for whoever wins. I don't know, maybe they'll get a statue, or you know what? How about this? Whoever guesses correctly, email me a picture of your Minecraft face, your in-game skin, and I will put your face on the front of the mountain. First, I gotta build the thing before you can try and guess what the reference is to. So, let's do that. I'm thinking I have an idea for it, and we're not building the whole shop for it today, but I think I want to set it up over in this area over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build it around in this place. I think it'd be best to do this in the form of a real quick time lapse, because really this isn't the main focus of today's episode. I have a much bigger project in mind. So let's do this. Let's go. Alright, the shop is now I'm not gonna say done, but it's built. We have the Mysterious Colors shop. 2 stacks for 1 diamond. And we're selling, obviously, we're selling all the wool that we made. And I will say, this area is not done, but that's just because I quite literally have no time to do anything super fancy. In the future, probably in the next handful of episodes, I'm going to build some dead trees around here, and potentially some other details. It's going to look great. We have this well here with all the colors shooting out of it. I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, I might put a couple like little things that prevent you from getting stuck down there, but other than that, it's pretty good. But now we need to move on to the main project of today's episode, which, as cool as I think this turned out, is going to make this look like a plaything compared to like a breeze compared to my next project, and that took me an hour. So yeah, should probably tell you what the next project is. Alright, so here's the deal. This mountain, it is looking pretty good. Alright, I now cannot see it. But it's looking good. We have a major portion of it done. The entire front, more or less. This whole back area. And all of it's covered with the dirt and the stone. And it looks crazy. But we have this absolutely massive area over here that just isn't done. And I'm gonna so regret saying this, but I think my goal for the rest of this episode is to try and finish the back portion of this mountain. It's just dawned on me what a massive project that is. Oh dear. We're gonna need a lot of dirt. Yeah, that's probably the first step, right? Alright, I'm thinking I have this little area marked out around here, and I have some shulker boxes. I'm thinking I'm gonna just completely mine out everything outline inwards until it's like all the dirt, and hopefully that should be a good start on what we're gonna need. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Alright, I have got the 12 shulker boxes down here, all completely filled. Kind of devastating the grass within the base. But I have them all filled, and well, I have 15 shulker boxes to work with, and I swear I had one more, but anyway, yeah, I have 15 shulker boxes to work with, and if I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna say that will get me to here, potentially, to get that area done. But I don't know for sure, so I think what I'm going to just do is I'm going to grab a couple shulker boxes of stone for once I get up there, and I think I'm going to crack on in the form of a third-person time-lapse. Oh, Jesus, this is going to be so much work. Let's go! Alright, that time lapse was about 5 hours worth of work split up into 3 different sessions where I watched 3 different movies to keep sane. So after that major time lapse, we got a good amount of progress made. This whole slice took 5 hours worth, and it's a good amount of progress, but we still got a lot to go. But I actually can't keep working on it from this way, because there's a more pressing issue. I need to figure out how to get this part of the mountain blended into the terrain, because obviously it can't just start here. So what I'm kind of thinking is probably I'm gonna clear, if I clear some of these trees and I try and blend it into like this mountain here, that might work. I think that's our best bet. So, I'll catch up with you once all these trees are cleared, and I'll double check what the game plan is. Alright, so most of the trees that are in the way are cleared out. Now I'm just trying to figure out basic plan for connecting this in. It's gonna be tricky, I think. I don't know, doing something like that I think will work. And then I will still have to clear these trees, but I think even if I clear them, I'm just going to replant them again. So I'm just going to see if I can work around them. So I guess the question really comes to be, once I get this done, what am I going to put inside of it? Because if I'm being fully honest, I'm slowly running out of farms I can do for this thing. Like, or at least farms that I need. Because, like, for example, a general mob farm, I don't really need, because just everything that produces, I have another farm for. Because it's like rotten flesh, yeah, I can get that from the pigmen farm. Why I would want it, I don't know, but I can get it from there. Bones, I have the wither skeleton farm. Arrows, I have both piglin bartering and a handful from the wither skeleton farm. String I can get from bartering. Gunpowder, the ghast farm. the handful of witch drops I can all get from... That's a lot of mobs. I can already get from villager trading, more or less, are the important ones. So, like, I don't know. It's just, what do I put in here? Because one thing I do want, and I think it'd actually go great in this corner, is a tree farm. I really want a tree farm. I already have a cobblestone farm and a basalt farm. I actually have 2 cobble farms, but yeah. A concrete converter. There's a lot of stuff I need to think about, but for now, I need to see if this part is gonna work out. Let's see. I don't think that's... I don't think that's too bad. I think that works, and then if we just, like, imagine there's stone filling it in, right? That works. I think that looks good. Yeah. That will work, so now I just need to essentially fill it in. Probably connect the stone bit up here and use that as a template. Oh, jeez, this is so much work. Not that I'm complaining or anything, because no, I'm not complaining. It's gonna take me hours, of course, but you guys don't have to experience that pain. So, I think let's get started on building up this wall. Alright, status update. The stone part is done. About 6 hours later. Nah, you know what? No, it wasn't 6 hours. It was more like 4 hours, I guess. But we have the stone part of the front all done with it sloping down. And now to make this better connect, I'm gonna do some stuff with a hill. We'll have the dirt come up like this. And then we'll also start working on the top. But this also gives an idea on how much more work I have to do, because this dirt's gonna connect roughly up to about here. I mean, I have a lot of forest to clear. I'll have to level this area at some point. The stuff not in the mountain, or extend it. But yeah, that's a lot of progress for what's gonna end up being maybe 5-6 minutes in the video. But well, that's what you gotta do in a megasode like this. And we're definitely making progress. My personal favorite view of the place is from all the way back here, because if you get a certain angle like this, you can get a sense of what the scale of the cave's gonna be. Because, like, this place genuinely is the size of a biome. Like, I could fit a naturally generating mountain in here, inside my already existing mountain. But yeah, so that's just crazy to me. But oh, and my elytra just broke. Fantastic. Well, I guess I'm gonna go repair my elytra and then start work on blending in the cliff. Alright, and that looks awful. Definitely need to bulk up this grass section here. Make it like twice or 3 times as thick. And have it hang over more. it, yeah, like I said, it looks awful now, but I should be able to fix it. There, what do we think of that? You know, okay, so it's gonna get better once all the grass grows in place, right? But I think that's pretty good. And if we look over here, it's pretty similar to what we have on the other side. So I think that works good. Now we just need to connect this bit over to this bit. And I think that's gonna be my mission for now. Which means, well, you know the drill. It's been a little bit, but it's time for another third-person time-lapse. Let's go! Alright, well, we made a good amount of progress here on this, but I ran out of dirt. 15 shulker boxes, all gone, and we did make a ton of progress, because all we have left is this big section here, and this little section here, and then the structure of the mountain's more or less done. We're getting there, and we're getting really close, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna take us a fair amount of dirt, left probably several shulker boxes to finish this whole thing. So here's what I'm thinking. This dirt here, all this stuff here, it needs to go anyway. So how about, I'll mine an inventory of dirt from here, and we'll put it up there. And we'll rinse, repeat, until this mountain is complete. I did not mean for that to rhyme, but it did. Alright. Then, I guess, let's get digging. Oh, that's annoying. There's just a small little gap here. But inventory ran out, so more dirt, I guess. Oh boy. Although, once we get this done, once we get that done, it's just a fairly straightforward, if tedious, process here. Just going layer by layer. Alright, back to digging. Guys, the mountains, the outside's done. Everything is completely encased in dirt and or stone. There's not a single gap, except for the one in the front that I use as an entrance, to the mountain. And oh boy, that was tedious, because that was 14 hours throughout all of those time lapses and jump cuts, but mostly time lapses. That was at least 14 hours. Okay, I did some fiddling, and it's 32 chunks. This base spans 32 chunks lengthwise. That's insane how much this covers. I mean, it's genuinely kind of nuts if you think about it. But yeah, so we got all that. That's great. But now comes the mammoth task, and this isn't going to happen in today's episode because this is genuinely a huge task. I need to cover all the walls in stone, and the floor. The floor needs to be covered too. That's a lot of stone. And let me show you how much stone we have left. Oh, that's not even a full shulker box. Alright, there we go. See? 7 shulker boxes of stone, as well as 14 stacks. That's not gonna cut it. And the my way of getting lots and lots of stone is down here in the gold farm. So if we come down here, you can see we have practically no stone. In fact, no stone at all. Oh, I take that back. We have a shulker box and a half worth of stone here. Yeah, and then nothing else. And if I want to get enough stone for this, I think I need to do some slight upgrades to this thing. The stone farm itself is fine, but this storage could use some work. Because, I mean, this is a ton of storage, true. But keep in mind, whenever I want to use it, I have to come in here with a load of shulker boxes, be like, alright, let's just cover the floor right here, break all these chests, and go, like, here, I'll demonstrate. Yeah, alright, let's just, do this right here. We'll pick up all the stone, and then come in here and place it. And I do have a little help, because I have an auto clicker I can use. It's useless for nearly everything, but transporting large quantities of items between containers. So we have that, and we have to do that. Like, say we have these 2 columns filled up. We have to do that 6, 7, 18 times? Well, no, that's 18 times 2. We have to do that 36 times to completely empty these slots here. That's really inefficient. So what I'm thinking is we set up something, we set up a shulker box loader, and we completely revamp the system. Alright, let me grab my redstone supplies. One moment. Alright, the first step of the process, I think, is going to be ripping out all of these chests and all the hoppers. So, oh boy. Alright. You know, it occurs to me, we built this thing like episode 3, was it? It was either episode 2 or episode 3. It was one of those 2. And that was 8 months ago, I think? Around 8 or 9 months ago. Wow. We're only like, what, this is episode 11, I think? Only 11 episodes in, and it's nearly been a year on the server. It's that 5-month break that I did from videos that did me in. But school was getting in the swing of things, which also reminds me, there might be a drastic slowdown in the amount of videos coming out, like more than there already is, because school's starting up again pretty soon, and as much fun as I always have doing stuff on this server and with you guys, school comes first, and yeah. So if I have time to record videos on the side, then I will do that. I will try my best to do that. Because I want to. Oh crap. Okay, but yeah. Like I said, school comes first. Okay. So now that we have this side ripped out, this place looks weird like this. I should have grabbed some deep slate. I really should have grabbed some deep slate. Hang on. Also, one thing. Why are there so many llamas on my mountain? How many wandering traders spawned here? There's like hundreds. No, not hundreds, but there's dozens of llamas all over the place. Might make for some pretty good target practice later. Alright, so let's just quick put all stuff. We got the deep slate and my redstone box right here. Oh, jeez. Alright, so, I'm thinking what we're gonna want to do is, instead of that massive chest wall, since we're going to be doing shulker box storage, I really think we should only need like one chest worth of shulker boxes, but just in case, we'll run 2, and I think this will work good. Also, I wasn't too bright about this because I don't have any room behind this wall, so everything I do, I have to make sure it fits here. I kind of wanted to have the shulker box itself on display and available so that you'd be able to look in it to see what you got. So far, I think I kind of have. I still want to do that, so I think I definitely have a fair amount of space to play with. Something like this. Alright. I think something like this will work for our pickup of this stuff. And then, let's see, if we try, and then I still want to, I don't want a full solid block here, or like wall here. So what if instead we did something like kind of wall like this? Yeah, there we go. That works. I think that's alright for a stone design. You can definitely ditch the item frames up here. We don't need those. Alright. So we have this section for the stone, which we can there you go. Well, the stone pickup will be right here. And then, because like I said, I wanted to keep the actual thing on display, we open up this section here. This is definitely looking good. And now, all we need to do is get the actual redstone in place, and we should be golden. I didn't mean to make that pun. Whoops. Alright, the system is now fully built, and doesn't currently have any shulkers loaded, but more or less, we can pop up here to load shulkers when we need them, and when we have a shulker here, and I don't, let's see, we'll use cobbled deep slate to fill it the rest of the way, but when this fills up, and I get some gold, pops down, and out pops a shulker box, or what would be a shulker box once they're loaded. And then everything comes down here, and this lever is also normally off. So, there we go. That is our new system set up for the gold farm. So let me just clear the rubbish out of the way and get it full of shulker shells. Well, boxes. I got the shulker loader all filled up and ready to go. It is filled with tons of shulker boxes and is just ready to collect stone. But yeah, on a different note from that, that is genuinely all the time I have left for today's episode. I mean, we made a metric ton of progress. I mean, just look at all of this dirt and stone we placed in this one episode. Believe me, this has been one of the longest it's taken to produce for the series. So far, we made a lot of progress. Like I said, we finished the outside of the mountain. It's complete, it's done. We also managed to build a quick little shop over in the shopping district and set up the shulker loader to get more stone for the gold farm. But for now, that's all the time I have for today's episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And until the next episode, I'm gonna be AFK mining for stone. So I will see you in the next episode of the Beyond SMP. Bye.